to talk to Lorraine then.
She sure is making it tough.
We're like that.
Hello?
Mr. Latham?
Yes?
This is Mr. Gray with the Television Survey Institute. Would you be watching your set at 10 o'clock this evening?
What are you selling?
Oh, it's not so much a sales pitch, Mr. Latham, but there's a show on Channel 7 we'd like you to watch.
You're wasting your time. I'll be sound asleep by then.
Frank Latham?
Yeah.
You're under arrest.
What are you talking about? Arrest for what?
Leaving the scene of an accident, failure to stop and render aid, felony hit and run, vehicular manslaughter. Pedestrian was dead on arrival.
Now, look, I haven't been out of the apartment.
You're hereby informed that you have the right to counsel, the right to remain silent, and anything you say may be used against you.
What time did you get home from the office?
About 7:30.
And you never left the apartment again after that?
Not for a minute.
You were alone the whole evening?
Right. Did you straighten it out, Owen?
Not gonna be that easy.
I feel like I'm in a Hitchcock movie.
Are you sure you told us everything you did tonight?
Absolutely.
Well, I have to admit they have some rather disturbing evidence.
What sort of evidence?
Well, your car was identified by a witness as the car that ran into a woman named Diane Painter.
But it couldn't have. I tell you, I didn't leave the apartment tonight.
They have more, Frank. The police found your car in your garage. The left front end of it was damaged.
And there were flecks of the dead woman's skin adhering to the broken headline.
Get me out of here, will you?
Just as soon as you're arraigned.
When is that?
Sometime tomorrow.
My daughter arrives on a bus at 10 o'clock. I have to be out by then.
Oh, I don't think it can be that soon.
But what's she going to do? I'm the only family she has here.
Well, we'll look after her.
I'll call Lorraine, have her come down.
I don't want to give up a week with Sandy because of some crazy mistake the police have made.
Well, that's the problem, Frank. They don't think they've made a mistake.
It's hard to believe.
Frank?
He and Lorraine were practically the first friends I made here.
I'll admit it's strange. What it comes down to is someone had to drive Frank's car out of the garage, run into a pedestrian, and then return the car to the garage.
That's about as improbable as you can get.
And you know, improbable or not, I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, I do too, but I'm afraid he's got some other things going against him.
What?
Well, since he's been separated, he's been trying to make it in a bachelor world. It just hasn't agreed with him.
Well, bachelor life after 30 isn't all it's cracked up to be. Anyway, what about him?
Well, there is more. He's been drinking a lot more than he used to. And last month, he got a couple of speeding tickets. And that just isn't like Frank.
He's obviously under a strain.
How does a man prove where he was if he was alone?
Well, usually the burden of proof is on the state. With the evidence against Frank, the burden of proof is on us.
But isn't it possible his car was in the process of being stolen?
And the auto thief had an accident?
Well, why not? There are a lot of nervous thieves in the world.
Why would an auto thief who had an accident take the car back to where he stole it?
I don't know, Pat. Maybe he just did, that's all.
Jesse dumped that car as fast as he could. Except if he owned it.
Well, isn't it true there have been a lot of auto thefts lately?
That there has.
Well, then it is a possibility.
Of course. But if you think Latham is innocent, anything is possible. Mrs. Wald, is the vicinity of Vista Canyon and Magnolia well lit at that time of night?
I wouldn't be out walking my dog if it wasn't.
Now, how far from the intersection were you when the car hit Mrs. Painter?
About 60 feet.
But you could see the impact clearly from that far away.
I have perfect eyesight. I don't even need reading glasses.
How many people were in the car?
Only one, the driver.
A man or a woman?
A man.
What color was his hair?
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Could you give an estimate of his age?
I couldn't see that clearly. But I'm sure it was a man.
Mrs. Wald, are you sure it was this man?
Well, no, I can't be sure of that.
No further questions.
You may step down, Mrs. Ward.
Your name and occupation?
Anthony Hadley, medical technician working with the Santa Barbara Police Department.
Did you supervise any examination of Mr. Latham?
Yes, sir. After the suspect was brought into custody, I took his blood sample.
And what did the test show?
His blood sample revealed a 0.16% of ethyl alcohol.
And what percentage is the legal indication of intoxication?
0.10.
Thank you. No further questions.
If the average-sized person had a couple of martinis before dinner, is it possible that the amount of alcohol in the blood would be at the level of 0.10?
Yes, it's quite possible.
Well, then isn't it possible that many people who have 2 cocktails before dinner are, in the eyes of the law, intoxicated?
Well, yes, but it's not even a matter of law unless they're driving an automobile.
Unless they're driving an automobile.
As I came out of my apartment and walked down the hallway to the elevator, there was this man who came off the elevator and walked right by me.
Do you see that man in the courtroom?
Yes. Sitting right there.
No further questions. Your witness.
When you saw the defendant in the hallway, did you notice if he had a coat on or not?
No. I only saw him for a second.
Oh. Well, for a man who, according to the prosecutor, had just run down a woman in the street, he was returning rather calmly to his apartment, wasn't he?
Objection. Argumentative.
Sustained.
Now, you say that you saw Mr. Latham only for a second.
Yes.
Were you standing in front of the elevator when he came off?
Oh, no. I was walking down the hallway toward the elevator.
But you testified that you saw him coming off the elevator.
Well, not actually coming off the elevator, but a moment before I saw him, I heard the elevator door close.
Oh, you assumed that he came off the elevator.
Well, I'm positive I heard the elevator door close.
Miss Hobbs, how long have you lived at your present address?
About 2 months.
And when you tidy up your apartment, take out the trash, where do you go?
To the garbage cans in the service room.
Where's that, Miss Hobbs?
On the other side of the elevator.
Could Frank Latham have been returning from the service room?
Well, I guess he could have.
Thank you, Miss Hobbs.
Thank you. You may step down. I think we'll break here for lunch. The court is recessed until 1:30.
Why didn't you at least stop?
Mister, I wasn't driving that car.
You killed her. You killed my wife.
Are you all right?
I'm glad you're here.
How's it going?
Owen's doing fine. Considering he doesn't have anything to fight with.
It's all so incredible.
I know how it must sound, but I had nothing to do with it. Lorraine, you believe that, don't you?
Frank, the evidence.
I don't care about the evidence. Look at me. After what we were to each other, if you don't believe me, then...
I'm sorry. But for 3 months, all I've been thinking about is that I've been betrayed.
Couldn't we just wipe the slate clean? Pick up where we once were? It wasn't such a bad place to be, Lorraine. We both have a different perspective now.
It's not that easy, Frank.
I never lied to you.
What do you call having affairs with other women?
One woman. One time. And that was after 2 years of being accused of chasing every female I said hello to.
I see. So you just went out and made a truthful woman out of me, is that it?
Lorraine, please, don't start picking away at it again. I made a mistake. And I told you. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I was dumb enough to think you'd be relieved to know there was only one, not 50. All I can say is, again, I have never lied to you.
Frank, I want to believe you.
And do. Just do. Let go of all the rest.
Excuse me. We're due back in court in a minute. I'd like to talk to Frank. Frank, the state's last witness is your secretary.
Joyce?
Any idea what you could testify to?
No.
Miss Benton, on the day that Mrs. Painter was killed, was Mr. Latham in an unusual mood?
I wouldn't say unusual.
Well, how would you describe his mood?
Well, he seemed...
Was he cheerful?
Yes. At least part of the day.
Did anything happen to change his mood?
He received a phone call from his daughter. After that, he was... Well, I guess you could say he was upset, depressed.
Well, did he say what it was in the conversation that depressed him?
Yes. He was hoping that his wife was coming to see him, but he found out that she wasn't.
Miss Benton, have you ever had a social relationship with Mr. Latham?
Well, I've been out to dinner with him a few times. I mean, since his separation.
I see.
But there was never anything
You've answered
between...
the question, Miss Benton. So, in summary, your description of Mr. Latham's emotional state, and we stress that you know him socially, so that you have a basis for this, was that he was upset and depressed.
Yes, but
That's
when
all.
you asked me...
Thank you.
I swore an oath to tell the whole truth. Why won't he let me tell it?
That's a very good point, Miss Benton. Let's just see if we can complete the truth as you know it.
I'd like to.
Now, the matter of this social relationship. You were about to say something further, I believe.
Just that it's not the way that it sounded. We just went out to dinner, that's all. You see, my fiancé travels a lot, and so we went out to dinner and just talked.
Would it interest us to know what you talked about?
Mostly about his wife. He loves her very much. I know that. And when he asked me about his being depressed, Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm saying too much.
No, please, about his being depressed.
Well, I understand that the prosecutor is trying to make it seem as if he was all unhappy and running off to drown himself in a bottle somewhere.
And you don't agree with that portrait?
No, I don't. Oh, he was unhappy, but... Well, that's because he missed her so terribly. But he never gave up hope. That's just the kind of man that he is. He was in complete control of himself. And to imagine him doing what they claim, it's just ridiculous.
So your opinion of him is very high?
He's the kind of man that you'd like to speak up for. He deserves it.
Thank you, Miss Benton.
You may step down, Miss Benton.
We have no further evidence to introduce at this time, Your Honor. According to Section 192, subsection 3 of the Penal Code, the death of Diane Painter, following the failure of the accused to stop and render aid, constitutes the crime of vehicular manslaughter. Now, the state feels that it has presented sufficient evidence to warrant binding the defendant over to Superior Court on this charge, and the additional charge of felony, hit and run.
Has the defense anything to add to this hearing?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to remind the court that the prosecutor has failed to present any evidence that places Frank Latham behind the wheel of his car on the night of September the 13th. What the state has presented is a network of circumstances, nothing more. And I urge the court to dismiss the charges.
I find that the evidence presented here today is sufficient to bind the defendant over to Superior Court for trial. This hearing is adjourned.
I love Golden Grams. Larry? It's me, Jerry. You're welcome.
Hi, Dad.
I wart.
I found a key I'd forgotten about. Hope it's all right.
You know it is.
I thought you might need us here with you.
I do very much. Is that the only reason? That I need you?
I don't know. That's not true. I wanted to come back to you. You don't seem very happy about it.
I was just thinking, I have you back. I don't know how long we'll be able to stay together.
Morning, Owen. Jess?
Oh, hello, Jack.
I just called your office.
Oh?
I wondered if you were ready to sit down and work out this Latham thing.
What are you offering?
More than he deserves, I'll tell you that. But if we can save the state some money in court costs...
Let's hear it.
He pleads guilty. I'm willing to cooperate in recommending a low sentence.
Well, now, that's the most generous offer I've heard since they let Socrates choose his own poison.
Friends, when my hand is loaded, I don't see any point to play timid. I don't expect an answer right away. Talk to him.
Maybe we should take the offer.
Have you decided that Frank is lying?
No, not lying. But he did have a snortful of booze. And he could have blacked out. It's been known to happen.
His version of what he did that night leaves no room for a blackout. Either he's lying or he isn't.
Well, he's not lying. Now what?
Diane Painter. Let's see what else we can find out about her.
Why Diane Painter?
Well, Brady's right. It just doesn't make sense for the thief to have taken the time to return that car. Okay? And another possibility is that the car wasn't stolen, just borrowed.
With a deliberate purpose.
Now, we've got 3 people involved here. The victim, Frank, and the real driver. Now, we know all about Frank, and nothing about the driver. That leaves one avenue to explore.
Well, for Frank's sake, let's hope it doesn't turn out to be a dead-end street.
How you feeling?
Alive, but not kicking.
Well, maybe you should take a holiday.
I'm out on bail, Fergie.
Well, still, you could lay out on the beach for a while, huh?
I appreciate the offer. The frame of mind I'm in right now, the busier I can get, the better.
Now, look, you have enough on your mind without worrying about the electronics business.
Fergie, coming back here looks like the gates of heaven to me.
Frank, I'm only the president of the firm. And as you know, there are people I have to answer to.
In other words, come back when we know you're innocent, right?
No, that's not what I mean. But I do think that... Well, look, why don't we try you an inventory for a while? I mean, I've been wanting to get a fresh mind on some of our inventory particulars.
That's not my field, Fergie. Sales is my field, and as the figures show, I'm pretty good at it.
Well, of course you are, Frank. But, well, in sales, obviously, you have to meet people, represent the company.
And you just as soon not have the company represented by an accused felon.
Does it occur to you, Frank, that your credibility with customers...
Does it occur to you that I happen to be innocent?
What can I do?
Mr. Brandon, sorry to have kept you waiting.
That's good.
Come on in. What can I do for you? Well, I talked to the Sutter brokerage firm. They informed me that you were the underwriters on a life insurance policy they sold to Diane Painter. Oh, yes. I recall the policy. Well, they wouldn't give me any more information than that. They suggested I contact you.
What is it you wanted to know?
Well, the policy's beneficiary and the amount.
You're representing the man who allegedly hit Mrs. Painter.
That's right.
I see. Well, I have the check right here. Her husband's the beneficiary, $25,000. Nothing unusual. Considering Mrs. Painter's income, a good salesman would have had her covered for more.
Hello, Mr. Marshall? This is Lorraine Latham. Please, could you come over? It's Frank.
I just don't need a speech.
Well, you're going to get one. You're wrong, Frank. And you're not only wrong, but you're stupid if you do this.
I suppose it's smart to let them put me in prison for something I didn't do.
Where do you think you can go?
I'll find a country that doesn't have extradition.
Oh, well, that takes care of everything.
Look, at least I'll be free.
What kind of freedom is that? In a country you don't know, in a language you probably don't even speak? No job, no friends, no possibility of ever coming home. Think about that, Frank.
I'll have my family. I'll send for them as soon as I get settled.
Wonderful. You swap their lives for yours. Lorraine loves you enough, she'll probably go. Won't that be the fine life for her? And what about Sandy? Did she get anything to say about this? She might just prefer to live her life in this country, you know.
Owen, I'm desperate.
I know that.
Feel so helpless. There were only something we could do.
I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to go over the details of that night again.
Oh, Owen, how many times?
Until I'm convinced there's no chance of our having overlooked anything that might help. Okay? How many crackers?
I don't know. 4, maybe.
You had a slice of cheese with each.
Right.
That's all you had to eat.
I just wasn't hungry. Look, Owen, I've already...
Now, you were literally on your feet every minute. Didn't you sit down to have your drink?
No.
Not even to rest for a minute?
No. Oh.
What?
Well, I guess I did sit down to glance at the paper. I don't think I got beyond the first page.
Why not?
I don't know. I was reading and... Oh. Oh, yeah. I was interrupted. The telephone, and I just never got back to the paper.
You got a telephone call?
Yeah. It was a promotional call. The guy wanted me to watch a television program.
Can that help us?
It means we might have a witness who can testify that Frank was home that night. Did he say who he was?
I'm sure he did, but I don't remember the name.
Did he mention a company?
Yeah, he did. The television... Survey Institute, I think that's it.
You got a telephone directory?
Yes.
What?
I just remembered I cut him short on the telephone.
Let's hope you didn't cut him too short.
I am the Television Survey Institute. Here, get this out right away. I'm also Media Concepts, Inc., the Far East Tourist Bureau, and if there's anything else you want, I'll form a new company. Put in another telephone.
Have you been promoting any TV shows lately?
Sure, especially on the local stations. It's been a nice little meal ticket.
How about the 13th of September?
13th of September? No.
Are you positive?
I was showing Big Sir to a group of little old ladies from Leisureville.
Well, could anyone else have made calls on your behalf?
If they did, let me know who it was. You can handle a lawsuit.
I'll be back in a minute.
Aren't we ever going to start a date without you having to stop somewhere?
Well, I'm really looking for a phone booth so I can change clothes.
Oh.
I never met a football player before. See all the games on the TV. Say, did you play man-to-man or zone?
We played zone.
Ah, zone. Not so many bombs thrown against the zone, are there?
Too many as far as I'm concerned. But I'm a lawyer now, Mr. Owen.
Oh, yeah, of course. You told me that on the phone. Now, you want to know about the painters?
Now, could you tell me how long they've lived here?
Well, about 3 years, but they're not my type. Decorators, designers, you know, a different kind of a bunch.
How's he been taking his wife's death?
Well, kind of hard, I'd say. I went to pay my sympathies, and he looked a little pale. He's not getting enough of this California sunshine. Yeah, but he's starting to go out now, and that's a sign that his grief's coming to an end. The beat goes on, if you know what I mean.
That's Painter?
Yeah. Hey, you want to meet him? I'll call him.
No, that's all right. I was just making a professional inquiry.
Once a pro, always a pro, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Hey, stop by one Sunday. I'd enjoy watching a football game with you.
You bet. Thanks again, Mr. Owen.
You're welcome.
rush?
Well, you're hungry, aren't you?
Where are we going to eat?
It's a surprise.
Your surprises always turn out to be pizza and beer. You're putting me on.
Haven't you ever heard of caviar pizza?
No, but I'm sure I could learn to love it.
Good evening. Dinner for two?
Yes, please.
You prefer the crystal room or the lounge de trek?
Could we get a drink in the bar, please?
Sure, follow me. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Nice scenery, too.
Yeah.
Owen, I'm at the Maison Paris.
Painter?
Yeah, he doesn't act much like a man who's in mourning.
Is he with someone?
Well, you got half an hour, I'll describe her.
Still, that doesn't really amount to anything, Jess. His wife's dead. There's no reason he shouldn't be going out.
No, not now. But I'm interested in something I bought with an extra heavy tip.
What's that?
Well, that painter's been coming here with this particular young lady for over 6 months.
A 4th of July themed episode.
It's her life, not mine. We just work together.
Do you know her husband?
Oh, yeah. I know him.
What's your opinion of him?
My opinion, Mr. Brandon, is my opinion.
Don't get involved, is that it?
Diane is dead. What good is gossip?
What you call gossip may be just what I need to keep an innocent man from going to prison.
You don't think Harry had anything to do with her death, do you?
I don't know. What kind of guy was he?
Sweet guy. You like chasers and leeches.
Has a pretty wild eye, huh?
With him, it's a career. First time I ever met him, right here, he propositioned me. Diane went into the sample room and he asked me to go to Las Vegas with him for a weekend. Actually, he seemed surprised when I said no.
What did she think of his hobbies?
We never talked about it.
But you assumed she knew.
Oh, it's more than an assumption.
What do you mean?
The only time it ever came out into the open was a couple of weeks before the accident. I found her crying. She told me that she decided to hire a private detective to keep an eye on Harry.
Do you know the name of this detective?
She seemed like a nice lady.
Could you tell us what your investigation revealed?
Confidential.
But your client is deceased. It could be vitally important.
Well, it revealed the usual sort of thing. Her husband was running around.
How did you get your information?
I had him under surveillance.
What about his phone?
What about it?
Well, did you tap it?
All right. Mrs. Painter wanted it. After all, it was her phone, too, so it's not like I didn't have permission.
Is it still there?
No, after she died, I got it off.
Well, did you listen to the tapes?
Sure. Most of them, anyway. I'm telling you, routine. Interesting to a divorce lawyer, maybe, but otherwise...
But didn't it occur to you when she met a violent death that her husband might be involved in some way?
Sure it did, for about 10 seconds. As long as it took me to read that the police had the drunk who hit her and 3 times the evidence they needed to nail him.
Well, could we listen to the tapes?
Sorry.
You have our word. If they reveal nothing, then the whole thing's forgotten.
Look, it's the principle.
Principle? What do you think of the principle of convicting innocent men, Mr. Romer? It just so happens that that drunk you read about was a decent, honest man, whose only blame in this case was that he went to bed early to get a good night's sleep. Think of that and then tell me about principle.
Harry, I don't like this sneaking around at all. This is September, Harry. You've been saying the same thing since March.
The girl's words established that that conversation took place in September. Diane Painter was killed September the 13th.
Why didn't the private detective bring this in?
Well, he never played the tape all the way through. The rest of it was just plain dull.
Okay, I'll put my best man on it. Of course, I don't have to tell you, you can't use these tapes as evidence.
But maybe we can use them another way. Pat, has it occurred to you that right now, Painter has no idea that he's under suspicion?
That's right. Could be very useful. And if you'd call Painter, tell him about the tapes, and that his conversation with the girl might throw new light on how his wife died.
And you can tell him that for a price, you'll turn the tapes over to him.
No, wait a minute. I mean, I'm interested in justice and all that, but if he goes for the bait, he's liable to come in here and go for my throat.
I'll be in the next office.
Oh, well, I'm not the adventurous type, Lieutenant.
Have you ever met Painter?
I've observed him at a distance. He doesn't know me.
What if I make that call and pose as Romer?
Now, that makes a lot more sense.
How's it going here?
My regular shift.
As well as any rearguard action. Thanks for that.
And at what time was the blood taken from Mr. Latham's arm?
11:32 p.m. I then proceeded immediately to the lab where I made the alcohol analysis.
No further questions.
You've testified, Mr. Hadley, that you made the chemical analysis. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that usually done by a lab technician?
I am a lab technician.
Oh. But you previously stated that you were a medical technician. Isn't there a difference between the two?
Well, strictly speaking, there is. But medical and lab technicians work side by side. Their duties are somewhat interchangeable.
But isn't it true that the medical technician has training much the same as a nurse?
Yes, it's similar.
Have you had such training?
No, not formally.
Now, Mr. Hadley, you stated that you personally removed the blood sample from Frank Latham.
Yes, it was late at night. There was no doctor or medical technician around. And with alcohol being the kind of evidence that disintegrates, I was told to take the blood.
Your Honor, may we approach the bench?
Mr. Marshal.
The witness has misled the court. He is not a medical technician, as he testified at the preliminary hearing.
Your Honor, the defense is obviously desperately looking for some sort of judicial error. Now, whether or not the witness is a medical or lab technician does not alter the evidence.
Your Honor, in the case of Schmerber versus California, Justice Brennan's opinion indicates that evidence of this sort is inadmissible unless it is gathered by qualified medical personnel.
What are you proposing?
The jury has already heard the testimony. It's prejudicial to my client. I move for a mistrial.
The defendant is charged with vehicular manslaughter and felony hit and run. Whether or not he was sober at the time is collateral to these crimes. Now, I'm not going to declare a mistrial, but I will strike from the record all references to the alcohol and instruct the jury there to disregard them.
Yeah, Frida. Well, does the jury have the case yet? They have. Well, tell Owen I finally reached Painter. He's agreed to talk to me. That's right. That's right, Mr. Episode. Well, I don't see anything in the young man's past to indicate that he would make you a very fine son-in-law. You bet. Goodbye, Mr. Episode. Well, hello, Harry.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Well, not face to face. I'm Charlie Roma.
You've seen me before?
Yeah, your wife thought it'd be interesting to know what a typical day in the life of Harry Painter's like.
She never let on.
Well, that shows how you can underestimate someone.
And my phone? How long was it tapped?
Oh, a few weeks. I took it out the day of her funeral.
That's against the law, you know.
So's murder. Did you bring the money?
I've got it. Where are the tapes?
Money first.
How do I know you haven't made a copy?
Well, I guess you'll just have to trust me.
You're not blackmailing me into the poorhouse.
You pulled off one murder, you're gonna stretch your luck and try for two, huh?
That's right.
Hold it! I was wondering if you'd fallen asleep in there, Brady.
I got carried away by your performance.
Frida, when Owen calls, tell him never mind about the jury. Yeah, we just won the case.
He admits he was planning his wife's death for some time. He started dropping by traffic court, taking down the names of persons cited for reckless driving. Then he'd check out the prospects, eliminating anyone who didn't live alone. He got it down to Latham and another man. Finally decided on Latham because his apartment was close to his wife's office.
And the phone call Frank received that night? Well, that was Painter making sure he wasn't going out.
Please have the jury brought in. I'm going to discharge them. The court, in behalf of the people of California, wishes to express its apology to Frank Latham. A mistake, a nearly tragic mistake, has been made, but that mistake is now in the process of being corrected. All charges against Frank Latham are dismissed. And the members of the jury are hereby released with the thanks of the court. This court stands adjourned.
Mr. Marshal, I don't know whether you want to see this or not. It's the verdict we were about ready to bring in.
Let's give it to Frank. He might want to frame it for his office.
Next up in TV Land, one of the most socially significant, profoundly relevant television dramas ever produced.
Listen, you crazy jibber jabber.
Oh no, sorry. Next up, it's the A-Team.
Yeah.
Only in TV Land.
Shut up, fool.
Do you like to watch your favorite television show?
Yep.